You know, it's been a while since Nintendo said anything about their 2020 plans, and with this new info, I'm hoping that we could see a lot of Nintendo Switch announcements and maybe, just maybe, a Nintendo Direct soon. One can only hope, right? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo Show, where we cover the latest gaming news, leaks, and rumors from Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo in 2020 and beyond. If you want to be kept up on the latest gaming news, make sure you click that red subscribe button below this video and that notification bell so you know when I upload. In this video, we're going to go over some news straight from the Nintendo shareholder meeting that could mean some huge things for Nintendo Directs and just Nintendo Switch overall in 2020. We also need to talk about the Nintendo Switch games we could see this summer if the words of Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa comes true and that nasty virus doesn't ruin things for Nintendo. I hope to God I said that name right. So being a Nintendo fan in 2020 is a bit difficult, not because the games are bad, no, in fact there's actually a lot of great Nintendo Switch games that have hit the system, but I think a lot of us by now are looking forward to the future of the Nintendo Switch as the gaming industry moves forward with the next console in the next generation, and all this crazy news is going on while Nintendo has been pretty quiet on huge updates on games like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Bayonetta 3, and other huge Nintendo Switch games, and I gotta admit, the wait for the next Nintendo Direct or any events with Nintendo news is kind of just draining my battery. Again, I should really pay this power bill. Now where's that light switch? Ah, here it is. But lo and behold, we have some new news on Nintendo Switch plans for 2020, and it's great news for those finding it difficult to buy a Nintendo Switch due to the Nintendo Switch shortages. In a shareholder meeting, Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa had this to say about the Nintendo Switch going forward in 2020. We cannot manufacture Switches as planned until May, but production has been largely recovering from June, he said. We expect it to normalize around summer. I'm sorry for causing trouble to the consumers. We want to deliver the console to as many people as possible. We will improve the situation as soon as possible. Now this is just one part of what he said that had to do with the Nintendo Switch and the recovering of their normal momentum of announcements and overall excitement for the Nintendo Switch. The other part has to do with those updates on those games like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Metroid Prime, which we will get to very soon. But what does this mean? Well, it means that the manufacturing for the Nintendo Switch is going to go back to normal very soon and that more Nintendo Switch games should be being pushed into stores. Now this could possibly mean that the virus where video games are being made and Nintendo Switch consoles are being manufactured is starting to whittle down away, which means that this could be the case for gaming development on games like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Metroid Prime 4, which is shown in another quote by the Nintendo president, and this is what he said. Currently, we do not see any impact on software set to go on sale this year, but there is a possibility that we cannot sell it as scheduled in an event of a second or third virus wave. Now keep in mind that if they do have another wave, or anyone has another wave, the virus could impact the scheduled releases of the Nintendo Switch games, which I hope doesn't happen, but the main thing we should take from here is that development of those games should start getting back on track this summer. That means The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which has been rumored to have an extended development time due to some problems by ex-leaker Sabby, should be back on track. The same goes for Nintendo Switch games like Metroid Prime 4 and Bayonetta 3. If these games are back in development at the normal rate and Nintendo Switch production is back on track by summer, a Nintendo Direct for summer could very well be coming up, since Nintendo probably wants to tell us their plans so they can hype us up and we can buy these Nintendo Switch games. Now I don't think that a huge Nintendo Switch game will come out in the summer, but I do think those Mario 35th anniversary games will fill a lot of the summer to hold us over until we step into the fall, where we might end up getting another new Nintendo Direct. For those who don't know, it was heavily rumored that Nintendo will be remastering a whole slew of Super Mario games, from Super Mario Galaxy 2 and 1, from Paper Mario Sunshine. Recordings don't always go as planned. Now if we do get another Nintendo Direct in the fall, we could see some more info on huge Nintendo Switch games like release dates and long gameplay clips and more, and I honestly can't wait until that happens. Especially Metroid Prime 4, because that game is going to be so good. Of course I'm excited for Breath of the Wild 2 also, but I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with Metroid Prime 4 and how good it's going to look. Oh, and by the way guys, don't forget to tell me your thoughts on Nintendo getting back on track. Thanks for joining me on the Robo Show, and for more video game news and Nintendo updates, subscribe to Robo Gaming. Thanks for watching guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.